Let me ask you something. Let me ask you, how's everybody doing tonight, huh? Good. Well, fuck you. Just trying to make you feel at home.
You know how you can tell when a moth farts? He flies in a straight line. Sometimes I go like this. But then I stop. This has been one of those times.
My job is thinking up goofy shit.
Do you realize that somewhere in the world is the worst doctor? Has to be. Process of elimination. Sooner or later, you're going to find the worst doctor. And the weird part is that someone has an appointment to see him tomorrow.
Here's something you never hear a man say. Stop sucking my dick or I'll call the police.
And don't get me wrong, I got nothing against New Jersey. I love the place. I used to live right across the river from Jersey, and I used to wave to the people. They couldn't see me, it's a mile and a half, but fuck them, I waved anyway. Why? Because I'm a caring guy. I like New Jersey. I even have one of those t-shirts you guys sell. It says, kiss her where it smells, take her to New Jersey.
Have you noticed that most of the women who are against abortion are women that you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place?
I love that shit. That's why, I know why you're moaning, because you wish you had thought of the goddamn thing yourself.
Ever since I was a little kid, you know, when you elect a new pope, he chooses a new name for himself. And ever since I was a little kid, you know what I was hoping? I'm hoping that someday a pope will choose the name Corky. I just want to see Pope Corky the 23rd, you know. I think you'd have to skip right to 23 to give him a little credibility. Somehow Pope Corky the 1st doesn't make it, does it?
You realize Hitler only had one ball? What do you think about a man with one ball? You think he has 2 strikes against him? Maybe he's got 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of people don't know that. They say, Hitler, geez, he had a lot of balls. 1.
Now, did you ever notice up on a barn, they got a weather vane up on a barn? By the way, I don't do transitional material. You probably picked that up right away, huh? That's right. Yeah, I just kind of go right into the next thing, and at this moment, we're on barns. But you never notice up there they got that weather vane, and usually it's a rooster or a cock. It's the same animal, really. You know, it's just a different name. You know why they got a cock on the weather vane? Because if they had a cunt, the wind would blow right through it.
I said to myself, what? And I answered, well, yes, apparently so, according to the information. I often have these little conversations with myself. I do so love good conversation.
The butter warmer. We have that. We were cold. Man originally was cold, so he built a house, hot box to live in. Warm box, live inside the warm box. Pretty cool. Cold out here, warm inside the warm box. Everything was nice until he realized the meat didn't keep in the warm box. So he built a refrigerator, built a cold box inside the warm box. Meat keeps fine, but the butter doesn't spread. So he built the butter warmer, put a warm box inside the cold box, inside the warm box.
Have you noticed that you never seem to get laid on Thanksgiving? I think it's because all the coats are on the bed. Don't you think it's just a little bit strange that Ronald Reagan had an operation on his asshole and George Bush had an operation on his middle finger, huh? Huh? What are these 2 men trying to tell us?
I don't have pet peeves. I have major psychotic fucking hatreds, okay? And it makes the world a lot easier to sort out.
You show me a tropical fruit and I'll show you a cocksucker from Guatemala.
Reminds me of something my grandfather used to say to me, you know. He'd look at me and he'd say, I'm going upstairs and fuck your grandma. He's just a really honest man, you know. He wasn't going to bullshit a 4-year-old.
My uncle used to do that. And we used to slap the shit out of him. He was a real asshole.
This is the musical portion of our show. You know what bothers me? You know what is that me? Yes, it is. You know what bothers me? I can never find out the rest of the words to Ta-ra-ra-boom-die. Everybody knows Ta-ra-ra-boom-die. I did find him out. Someone sent him to me. Ta-ra-ra-boom-die. Did you get yours today? I got mine yesterday. That's why I walk this way. Do you realize that the Mexican hat dance was written by two individuals? A lot of folks don't know that. The first guy wrote ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And the second guy wrote ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. If it weren't for the second guy, Mexican hat dance would have gone ta-da, 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 ta-da. They were so happy with what they discovered that they went out to celebrate. And they met another guy, and he went... So, have you noticed there aren't many Chinese guys named Rusty? It's true. I assume the name just never caught on over there, you know.